got an old guitar, got a fine cigar. Slow down a bit, get a lit, and let the blues lay where they are. 'Cause the blues some days, they won't let go. They won't let go. But it's Saturday, we're at the shop today. Let's celebrate, light up an anime, raise a toast, watch the blues go up in smoke. Watch the blues go up in smoke.
What up, Pops?
What up, kiddo?
It's Saturday.
We're at the shop.
It is Saturday at the shop, and on today's show, we have, why don't you?
Oh, thanks for letting me see these.
Hey, will you dong us over there?
By the grace of God, we return from New Orleans alive. Come on in. It's a party.
Morning.
Casting new testing committee.
Yes.
Your writing is not real pretty. Cigar and whiskey tasting this evening. Oh, that's tonight.
That's tonight.
Nice. Davidoff chocolate event Tuesday. And that and more, and that was really sucked because he sucks at writing these things.
Where were you? What were you doing?
Listening to you gab about all kinds of shit.
We were
In the meantime,
your whole ass is talking.
Oh,
You're
shut up.
farting. What's up, though?
nothing.
What's up, Kevin Amick? What's up, Kelly Haney? Wayne Ferguson, morning to you.
By the way, if
Adams.
you're coming to us from a foreign country like LaGrange, Missouri, let us know. We'll say good morning to your native tongue. And then LaGrange, we say, thank God tax season's over.
That's right.
Yeah.
I was going to send him a text on the 15th. And
Yeah,
say,
no
hey,
excuse.
Congratulations, you get to live again.
Yeah. Come on now.
Kevin Amick coming in from Jackson,
Georgia. Yeah, Kevin's coming in from Georgia.
At some point.
By the way, Kevin's a big fan of the Cavalier. If you're not on this green jacket, you're missing one of the best cigars they've ever done.
Killer cigar. That
Amazing.
Churchill, let's talk about that for a second. With the Masters.
Only 8 boxes left.
To Rory. These are up on e-com if you do want to get them and you are not close. But this is the green jacket. This is the first year or the second year he's
Second year. Last year was for one dealer.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
And they went everywhere. Beautiful Churchill. I just found out that from the light, it was so smooth, so friendly.
It's very good.
Just a killer cigar.
Very good.
Killer cigar. And then there is an additional 11th cigar there.
Yeah.
That is a sneak peek for next year.
For next year. Yeah. It won't necessarily be the green jacket. It will be a release from next year.
Oh, is that what it is? It's not the actual green jacket.
No.
Okay.
But speaking of Cavalier, and speaking of the show, I did get a chance to see the new Broadleaf project, which is a 50 count box. It's kind of a Corona Gorda size. And this is using that extremely hard to find, very full bodied Connecticut broadleaf. So that's going to be a project that I think he only made 100 boxes. And we were able to get 3. They sold out. Apparently, the first hour of the show, our great rep, Brad Fisher, called me before and said, these are going to go how many? The day before.
Short, yeah.
So those are going to go quick for people like full-bodied cigars. And then the 2025 Cavalier LE, I'll be able to place that order here. And if it's anything like the last 3 years of LEs.
It looks good. It looks fantastic.
I like the size.
And it's gotten better and better.
Every year.
There was the 19 super memorable, 2020 was cool. I think that might have been the barber pole, but every year since then it's gotten a little better. Little better. And this year I've smoked a million of those already.
Yeah.
What's up, Brandon Hubnick? All right, so I'm feeling a little bit frothy this morning.
Yeah.
We have 3 of these. I'm gonna give away 1 of these.
Oh, thanks. Well, you have a dad and 2 brothers.
You had a shot.
You had a shot. That equals 3.
This is
but you're giving it away.
German engineered cigars. This is the our exclusive. We will do the official kind of reveal of this, but share this, comment done. I'm going to give 1 of these away to somebody that I like. And it is the Land. Oh, shit. This is our Lancero. You're not going to see this well on the screen, but believe me when I say this, we're going to sell 1 million of these.
1 million.
So, you know what? The first one I smoked, let's talk about this cigar.
Yeah.
German engineered cigars. We really took the baseline of that round sight and then did some alterations off of there.
Yeah. Yeah. That's kind of a but.
Yeah, but
This Connecticut wrapper on here, as you're smoking it, it tricks you. It's like, God, it's so hard to explain. As you're smoking it, you're thinking, there's absolutely no way that this is a Connecticut wrapped cigar.
Yep.
No way.
bold.
Full. I mean, and for those that love Lanceros, a lot of times because of the few amount of leaves that you can get in there, it's tough to accomplish that without it being crazy harsh or burn really bad.
And keeping it in balance.
Yeah. This, you started messing with those guys and working on this 2 years ago. So it was cool to be able to open the first box. We all smoked one together at the booth with the Germans, and it was a very cool experience. And they were proudly displaying that in their product presentation to go see, this is what we do for accounts to get behind us.
Yep.
So
we are going to launch this soon. It's going to be about a $16 retail and worth every penny of it. We'll launch this at the end of May or the beginning of June.
I was thinking June 1st Friday.
That's kind of what I'm. Okay,
yeah, because that now there's bodies in here. We'll have like 100 boxes. And look, I mean, that is just such a unique cigar. It is so unique.
That is going to be a killer. You won't be here, so by the time you get back from Europe, all of these will be gone, which is a good.
No. We're going in June. I thought we were.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. We're going in May. Yeah. I was thinking first Friday in June.
You're right.
Yeah,
that's right. William Treadway. William, you know what? It's the first time I've seen your name for a bit. All right, you win it. It's going to be William. Are you in the Frisco? Are you in this area? Just comment that and let me know. Or do we need to ship this thing to you? Let me know where you're at.
Oh yeah, Chris will hold it for you.
Hold it for
you. Yeah, you'll get some cellophane and a wrapper.
Let me know where you're coming in from. But I am truly. This was a moment for me that was a lot like a Christmas morning. Just opening that for the first time, seeing it, stealing the rest of the box.
Yeah,
and that was cool too. Just to leave and tell the Germans, hey, we're taking this.
Yeah,
this is ours.
We spent some time with our friend Luciano, and in that sitting in the booth, we tasted 3 new cigars that he's coming out with. Actually, a 4th. He's got 3 new lines, and then he has a 4th, which is the limited edition of the Maria Lucia. All of them exceptional, just very Luciano. And after sitting there, and we had lunch with him, and it's all good, he pulls out this and says, try this. So I'm smoking it. I'm happy. And you smoked it and you said, we're going to sell 1 million of these, your exact words. And he goes, well, good. Design a label. It's yours.
Yeah. And that has a double Cameroon binder from Mirafil. Directly from Mirafil.
That's 12 years old.
Super aged.
It also has South African tobacco in it. It has this a double Cameroon 12-year-old Mirafil binder. This is a car that's coming with all the hop-ups in it.
And can we just talk about what a remarkable guy that Jeremiah Mirafil is? This guy is like Nelson meets Luciano.
Yeah.
I think that's the best way to put it.
Yeah.
And then a little bit of Darren.
But then he also looks like he would be like at the beginning of a spy movie. He looks like the guy you would see the silhouette in the background.
He looks like the bad guy. He looks like the bad guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The hat, the scarf, and everything. And he's flying at 50,000 feet. But I'll tell you what, when you're talking to somebody that was talking about, and I won't imitate his voice, but he has this kind of a higher pitched voice, and he talks about, over the years, our family has the ups and the downs, and we win and we lose in tobacco. And I said, well, how long have you been in tobacco? 400 years.
Yeah.
You can't not believe the guy.
Yeah.
The guy's like a count in Brussels. I mean, it is.
And they were talking about having him be here this summer.
Yes.
There's a chance for him to be here this summer, and if he is, that's a huge honor. And their rep that would be calling on us, his name is Reinhard. You've heard the name Reinhard because he helped develop the date night and what that parlor should look like, and his DNA is
hospitality. Yeah,
he's super, super hospitable. That is one, as Darren puts it, he is offensively nice. That guy. He just the way he's everything about him. He's just boom. He's right there.
Right there.
Johnny on the spot. He's awesome.
Yep.
So overall, very, very happy with the show. We have a number of new cigars to evaluate. If you want to be on the testing committee, check your email. There was one that fired out this, I think it was yesterday or Thursday. The first button on there is an intro. It was Thursday, right? It was the PCA breakdown.
Okay.
Click on there and then put in your name through the type form. We'll do that. We're waiting on one manufacturer to send us samples.
Right.
Once we get those, and we'll get that scheduled up. That'll be probably 2 days. I saw the list. There's already, I think there are 15, 20 people that wanted to be on it.
Okay.
So we'll break it. And it was cool because we saw there are some intermediates, some beginners, some advanced cigar smokers.
Good.
So
Good.
It's looking pretty good.
Good.
So I think that's going to go over very, very well. Speaking of going over well, this is for this evening. How much do you know about what's happening this evening with the joint cruise?
I just know that there's 2 different member groups that are coming together, and that typically means rain. That's all I know.
It's going to rain. It's going to rain whiskey tonight. We have our 2 groups. We have the Barrel Age Society and we have the Nerds and Newbies coming together this evening. And it's going to be a cool thing where they might end up just putting in the same room. They might end up breaking off. But there are 4 different whiskeys that will come in on the little flat board, and they're distinctly different. And then there's a whiskey wheel and a cigar flavor wheel.
Okay.
So you'll understand, okay, here is the cigar flavor of the cigar they're smoking. Here are the whiskeys. And then they're just going to watch how everything changes.
Okay, cool.
Based on what they're smoking, what they're
Sounds
drinking.
very cool.
It's going to be very nerdy.
Yeah.
Mark McClurkin will be leading the Nerds and Newbies. Chris Hockenberry will be leading the Barrel Aged. It'll be great.
That is going to be
We
very
have
cool.
a couple of spots. If you're a member and part of those groups, sign up, check it out on Eventbrite.
Yeah.
If you're not a member and you're in the area, you can still come to this. So just make sure to get.
That's nice.
Right. Yeah, it's something for everyone. We only have 30 spots. I think we have a couple spaces now. So it'll be at 7 o'clock.
That's going to be very cool.
4 or 5.
What's that?
4 or 5 spots left.
There are 4 or 5 spots left. Okay. So we're still looking okay.
That's going to be very interesting. I'm intrigued by obviously the cigar side. I don't drink, so the cigar side of it, I think the newbie Nerds and Newbies is just such a cool concept. We've done it before. We started with a little small group of about 6 people, and it was just a lot of fun to really just dig in. Then you had this twist.
I'm liking this stuff.
Really good
Hockenberry has.
bourbons and stuff. We saved them for tonight. Some good stuff. You don't want to miss out.
Yeah. There are some really unique picks there, and then you just come in, you buy the flight, what it's set up for, and then rock and roll. So that'll be good. Jeff Hogan coming in. Good day,
Nice.
Mates, he says.
Coming up
Oh,
from
my goodness.
up there in Minnesota, up there.
Hey, what's up, Jeff?
How's it going up
It
there?
was great seeing
It's
you.
about noon up there in Minnesota.
You're gonna tell him hello?
Good day, mate. Hey,
There we go.
that's almost
That's
that
a
Canadian. It's got a little Canadian accent, but no, it was great to see Jeff at the show.
He is just a guy when you're around him, you just feel at peace.
Yeah,
And they're coming out they're re-releasing the Passport.
and
And come out with
Good.
a new Marblehead that looks great.
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to smoke the Marblehead.
I didn't either, but it will be it'll be like the Bull and Bear, a cigar that's grossly underpriced.
Mhm.
But no, it's good for everybody else. It's interesting because you did the post on the from the show. I walked in and our resident Crux maniac, Rhonda, first thing she says, Passport's coming back. I said,
Yeah.
yeah, I smoked it. It's really good. And the Marblehead. And I'm like, how do you know all this shit? She goes, I watch your stuff.
You know what the cool thing about that Passport is? You know, you have a brand that has over 10 years, right? With Crux. And you see a ton of evolution from the beginning in the first 5 years of any brand. And
Yeah.
then they kind of find their rhythm, but you don't feel too much of that evolution.
Yeah.
But with Crux, you really feel that, where they went Epicure Maduro, they re-released the Du Connoisseur, then they
And
went
Habano.
Epicure Habano, which was a killer.
Killer.
And then they go Passport, and it feels like the brand keeps evolving, getting better,
Yeah.
and it's getting smarter. And those guys
But
are really doing it right.
it's and the thing is you look at the amount of people that were smoking Crux when we first opened, almost 8 years ago. You take a look at that. How many people didn't know there was a guild and a Passport and a Ninfa, and you know,
As far as re-return,
yeah.
As far as
So there's so many new smokers, and you know, we're honored to have so many people that have jumped on the Crux brand here, maybe thousands. That
Yeah.
a lot of those they never knew there was a Passport, because to them Crux was new. And in
That's
the last
right.
couple of years,
They
so
did.
now all of a sudden this Passport comes out. It's new to them.
That's right.
For those that know the line from back in the day, they're like, man, that was that smaller ring gauge, but full body cigar, and it's
Jeff is just very calculated in the right way. He feels what needs to happen, but then he doesn't do anything on accident. That's what I like. You can get too analytical. You can get too try to be perfect.
yeah,
But when he relaunched the brand, and I think it was 2019, could have been 2018, 2019, somewhere in that ballpark, he just looked at those core lines, and then now he's starting to fill the pipeline back up.
Yeah.
So I think it's brilliant what they're doing, and the cigars are just killer. The labeling is great, and the 5-pack is double blue. It looks really good. It's
Yeah, you
that
guys are gonna
cigar's
love it.
work.
Yeah.
That cigar's gonna work. You're
For
gonna
sure.
love a lot of these new cigars that are coming back in.
and the Marblehead, that's a trade up. That's in praise, and it presents very well. So.
And 3 points of purchase there, so you can get a single, a 5-pack, or a bundle. So
Yeah.
this is,
And none of them are going to be expensive.
and speaking to the accomplished smoker, right?
Yeah,
Someone who
for
just,
sure.
boom, let's just stack it up and do it. So I didn't know Crux until ICC said, Wayne. Gary said, show us. I would love you to show you the cigar, but we don't have any. We smoked all our samples.
Yeah.
And it will come in
And it
soon.
was on your Instagram story thing, but don't those disintegrate after a little while?
That was the point of the story at the shows. We're going to show you everything,
Mm,
and then
that's
it
going to go
goes
away.
away.
Yeah.
So pay attention. I can't remember if that's ready shipped, or it looked like it was ready shipped.
I don't know. The owner's is watching the show. Maybe he'll tell us.
Will launch Passport at ICC first? Question mark. Yes. Jeff Hogan, when do you want to launch it?
You tell us. You come here. It will happen.
So those of you who are watching an event being planned right now. So tell us what date you want to launch it, and we will put it absolutely official. Can't be tomorrow, but yes. What day are we going to launch this? We're going to make this event happen right now. We're going to put it on the books.
He was talking about a little mid-May trip down here. Anyway.
Oh, hopefully we can do it then. Done and done. Jeff, put a date out there right now for those who are watching, so we can we'll just put it in. Because as Gary Paparella says, nothing like there's a C tease going on here. There's a good C tease. What up, Marty Upton? Good morning, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining us Saturday at the
Crux
shop.
tease. I
episode
think that's what he
360.
was referring to.
Crux tease.
Crux tease. Yeah.
It's a Crux tease.
Yeah.
Hogan, man, what a great guy. What a great
We
guy.
sat in our backyard, and all he did was, as we talked about what our vision was, he just kept saying, you guys are going to kill it. You guys are going to kill it. This is before we had anything.
Yes.
And then I remember
Hogan is slow balling us here before Christmas for sure. You son of a bitch. I know what you're doing.
I got a better idea.
What?
Why don't you, me, and your brothers go to Minneapolis and have him take our ass walleye?
Ooh.
And then we'll drag his ass back
And then
down
we'll bring
here.
him back with us?
Yeah.
Oh, this is not a bad idea.
I-
I'm liking the direction.
I like the direction there.
A little bit
Yeah.
of walleye. fish fry down here.
Oh, is there anything better than fresh walleye?
Wait a second. I'll tell you what, though, those hybrids out of Tawakoni are pretty damn good too.
But you know, any fish that was on your hook an hour before you throw it in the skillet.
Did these guys steal the Crux label?
Looks like
These
it.
fuckers stole the Crux label. I can't believe it.
How do you feel about that?
Another.
One steals the brand.
Love it.
The cat
Love it.
diddler.
The bikini band.
The
You
cat
gotta love
diddler.
it when someone just whatever.
Cat diddler.
Take it.
Yeah.
More Crux teas, Marty Upton says. Just all right. Well, it looks like just a little bit non-committal here, but we'll get that commitment going.
Yeah, it's easy to say done. It's hard to say the date.
I know.
Yeah.
That's right. Zach Patterson, good morning, brother. Good morning.
Zach's coming to us from New Mexico, I think. He's still
he
out
still
there.
at
I
Hobbs?
think he's still out there at Hobbs.
So we have an event coming up on Tuesday with Davidoff.
Yeah. It's going to be very cool. It's going to be.
It's a chocolate pairing event. They're going to have a brand ambassador here. We're going to feature the Davidoff Escurio.
Right. It's like some like Belgium chocolate or something. Some fancy
I think
pants
there are
shit.
4 countries that the chocolates are from. It's beautiful. Everything's
Beautiful
gonna
presentation.
present well. It's a $30 event. You're getting more than a $30 cigar.
You're getting the $30 cigar, you get the chocolate, and you get this almost like a travel espresso set. That's like this travel thermos and these 2 just beautiful mugs that I saw some guy selling his, obviously attended one of these things for several $100s. I'll just put it that way.
Beautiful.
But it's a beautiful set that everybody that attends will get that cup and thermos kit as part of the deal.
Thermos? Is that what it is?
Just that's all I need, just thermos.
Picking out
A thermos for you.
Thank you, Stanko.
Yeah.
Thank you, Stanko.
Today's only jerk. Today's jerk reference.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Yes. I'll hold one aside for you. Yes.
As far as you
can,
know.
You can game it.
As far as you know.
But honestly, there's a lot of stuff. The new menu seems to be going over very well. The new flatbreads, the
Why
hand
don't-
stretched, hand tossed flatbreads.
So
Wing
let's
Wednesday, we ran out.
Wing Wednesday.
We messed that up.
We messed that up.
I didn't think we were going to run through 200 wings in what 30, 45 minutes.
Well, when you see it, it was at we
it-
started our wings at 5:06 or 5 o'clock. At 5:06, I get the first text from Jacob saying we've sold 60. 10 minutes later, we're at 100. So I'm like, I better get up there. I get up here. I give some folks a tour, so I get them, and it's almost like the wings you left in your car. So I get them, still chomp them down. They're outstanding. The wings are really good, and everybody I walked past, there was just nothing but bones.
That's good. And look, we're going Wing Wednesday to just figure this thing out because
Yeah.
we don't have this big ass fryer.
Mm.
We said it from the beginning,
Look.
we're not going to do it, but now we're doing it. We've just got to figure out, all right, what is our capacity to successfully have these?
Yeah, I think that there are certain nights we can't do it, but I think there are certain nights that we can. I think it should be a regular item, but the Monday night has been this mixology.
Congrats to Kelly Haney.
Yeah,
Coming
Kelly
through with
Haney
the smoke
wins,
show. He won
but-
this month.
But there's this mixology thing, so everybody has a good time on Monday night. Tuesday is just like, what do you do on Tuesday? We go to ICC for tacos. So that's become a thing. Wednesday, the wings were outstanding. One of our members, Jonathan Scott, fan of wings, told me that. He said, sorry, I'm late. Said, sorry, they're gone. In fact, we thawed out another 150 wings, and those were gone before the thawing process happened. So
We'll get this figured out.
we'll get it figured out. But I said, have you had the Harbinger bacon cheeseburger?
Yeah.
So our friends with Iron Root gives us Harbinger, which was the best whiskey in the world a couple years ago. We marinate our bacon in that and maple syrup, and then bake it and put that on the burger with like a Gouda or something.
Yep.
It's not just this Gouda cheese and this sauce. And I've only seen Jonathan Scott give me the look when I said, how's that burger? The last time he gave me that look was when he had smoked the Grand
I
Poema,
remember this.
which was his favorite. It's still to this day his favorite cigar, but he took a puff and he goes, and then I said, what'd you think of that burger?
Yep.
So
New menus being
he
released.
immediately went in and bought one, and he goes, "I'm going to be a hero when I get home." So he brought the burger home to the little lady, and yeah. So, but I did have an interesting. I got some interesting feedback because I went back, got some bacon, passed it around. It was like passing out Snickers to a bunch of little kids in the village, right? So I passed these guys. I passed the bacon around. Johnny Goodner said he was just at a place in DC that does they do 5 strips of bacon or 6 strips of bacon and a thinned out peanut butter.
Peanut
And
butter
you
or
dip it,
chocolate is
you
good.
dip it in the peanut butter.
Yeah.
And he said he would have never thought it, but they do it in bourbon as well. But ours is like
That could
candy.
work. That could work.
So, moral of the story: the flatbreads are great. The salads, of course,
The
are
new
petite.
hummus is killer, and honestly, it requires a little bit of selling, but you'll thank us later. Is that new spinach dip is killer. I don't know how much of it we're gonna move, but as soon as someone tries it and just trust it, it is very, very good. I'm really happy with the new stuff.
Flatbread. Somebody bought one last night.
Yeah, Jordy's
and
flatbread.
Immediately bought a second.
That's what I love. That's what I saw.
Yeah.
There's a guy here with eating a salad. He ate a salad, finished it, put it up there, and Adriana came back. He said, "I'll take another one of those." So it's going right.
The food's going the right way, but here's the thing that we always want to remind people of. We want to make the food for you to order. And so when we make the wings, just know you're going to get wings that are going to be too hot to handle because we just pull them out. And that takes time.
We have no heat.
Nothing frustrates me more than you go to one of these wing places and the wings they cook during the lunch hour are still sitting there and they just kind of warm them up and throw them in there. And there's a clear difference between something that's sat for hours
or refried.
That's how they warm them. I hate that.
Yeah.
So our stuff is
it takes a little bit longer.
The cool thing about the wings is we are baking them and spicing them. So they just, when you do eat them, they just fall off the bone.
Yep.
It's
and we'll
so
continue to improve it too. I think globally, very, very happy. I'm very happy with where it's at.
Yep.
And
we got a good crew right now. Our team is.
The only downside is this is what I told Jacob after I was here on Thursday for the Atabay member mixer. It's Adriana and Hayden, just
killers. Yeah.
We just can't get enough of them because they're also running their own businesses, and then they give us their time as well. So that's the only downside is just getting. We have the right people right now. It's real tough to have additional.
But on the flip side, we don't get them as often. But when you have people that are in their own business or they're in their family's business, they know how you're supposed to be taken care of.
Agreed.
You know, these professional hoppers that go from one place to another, they don't care about getting fired because they know they can go across the street and get hired. They never get it.
And the downside is those people interview so well. Those people know how to interview because they've done 100 of them and been fired from 100 of them this year. So it is the downside. So, this is a human business.
Yeah.
And it is.
This cigar is really good.
That is for those who have just tuned in. That is the Luciano. That's going to be a co-branded project that will launch, I think, late June. I just have to throw a label together and we'll get some boxes and go.
Yeah.
Double camera removed. Connecticut, it's the same wrapper as a Bahike.
Yep.
That HB.
And there's this, in addition to the Cameroon, there's another another leaf of tobacco from South Africa in here that just gives it this, you get this look, kind of like this brightness, citrusy element that you get with that Cameroon. And weren't you walking with them and you ran into Marifal?
Yeah.
And they started nerding out about this.
He said, "Oh, try one of these cigars." Gives it to Jeremiah Marifal, and Jeremiah just rips a cigar to inspect to see if it was indeed his tobacco. So he's picking it up, lighting it, smelling it. He's like, that way the sommelier. He's like, "Yep, okay." He knows where it's from. He knows it. And then the thing that showed it is there's a San Andreas. And Marifal is doing it, and he goes, "What is it? Is that San Andreas?" That's San Andreas. He's like, "That's how you know when somebody knows what the F they're talking about." when they put Cameroon with San Andreas. And he kind of walked me through this. We're just huddled around the
And he called Luciano a mad scientist.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah,
It was,
very cool experience.
I'm really happy with where we are, to be honest.
I am too. We got a lot of product that is arriving from the show now. Just started coming in yesterday, as a matter of fact. So, but there are some new products that are going to be July and August. So that's okay. That happens. Normally, we would go to the trade show in July and August. So, and we wouldn't see it until October, November. So we're going to be in good space.
Get ready for a lot of new cigars this year. Get ready for a lot of new cigars from existing brands. And that's really, we come usually to this point and go, and forgive me if I've already said this earlier, but we usually get to this part after the show and go, okay, testing committee, let's figure out what new brands come in so we can spice things up a little bit. But after 4 conversations, we went, maybe we don't need
any more lines.
There is too much stuff coming in. We really want to give the price.
We will be adding marijuana.
We absolutely
will be adding that. That goes in the vault. But yeah, no, and to me, that's an illustration of doing business with people, not brands. The stuff's good. It's priced where Atabey and Byron and those are at, so it's not everybody's going to smoke it, but you got to smoke it once, and you got to try it. We actually had it in Switzerland, so we're in a lounge that was full of Cubans, and remember the place that he gave us the Marifol said you got to try this. So yep. So that is so I'm excited about that. Our friend Jamon has finished the Genesis 413 in Maduro.
What's cool with the Maduro? Here's the beauty of it. The original Genesis 413, it has a Maduro bottle,
right,
and a Habana wrap,
right.
All he did was just switch it,
flip it around,
and you can see what a difference it is. Using the same blend, he swapped it.
And what there are times that we say if you really want to really judge cigars,
we'll see you later, Gary.
Smoke two at the same time. And that is a great experiment to show how the binder and how the wrapper play. The blend itself is the same, just those flip-flopped, and to smoke them, how different they are.
That question from Wayne is who young? I don't know. Because if they're not, we told them they passed. Usually lines are going, okay, let me get it in.
They're celebrating, yeah.
And they celebrate it, but then they just kind of went quiet. Yeah. And that's not a good sign. Mm-hmm. They make really good cigars, but quite frankly, I don't want to do the entire. And we need a little bit of support. So it's going to be up to those guys to reach back.
And how long ago was that? Months ago.
December, right? Like November, December.
Yeah, and we notified them immediately, and they were all excited, and we're so proud and honored to be on your floor. Haven't heard from them since.
Yeah, we had a meeting with their rep or whatever
brand ambassador.
Then he canceled it, and then we brought it back. So maybe we'll bring that in.
Yeah,
there are some lines that'll step up.
We have no shortage of lines.
We're fine. We're fine here. So yeah, we'll see it. It's we got to sell though.
It was a good cigar, and it did well in the group that it was compared to. And I think it would do okay. But it's almost like if they want a shot, they should probably rush some samples in pretty quick. Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's where we sit. We have some events that are on the books. Check out. And as a matter of fact, if you're watching, I'll just drop this link. If you want to see something, if something catches your eye, just grab some tickets and join us. Tons of new members. Tons of new members. We're picking up 2 or 3 new Atabey members a week right now.
Yep.
It is really.
We did an Atabey private lounge mixer on Thursday night, and while we were there, we were being introduced to a member that said, "I've been a member now for 6 minutes." He literally signed up in the lobby. Signs up, came in and said,
"Andrew Mole."
Yeah,
really nice guy. Really nice guy. I sat with him most of the night.
Yeah, created EV stations technology.
Oh, was he in last night?
Yeah, good
He
dude.
was,
Really
I think
good
he
dude.
has 29 patents, about to sell his company and then just move over here and have
Yeah.
a ranch. So
Yeah, and another couple, Austin and Diane, who are not members yet, but this will be their second time in. They're coming in tonight, and they just had a blast the other night. So yeah, they'll be in.
welcome to the family. That's all I got to say. It's just all these new faces we're seeing. I love seeing it, and I love to see how our regulars, those who are watching the show, those who are in here all the time, you guys are doing an incredible job maintaining the culture, keeping the community aspect there, and passing forward the things that you love about our lounge to the people who walk in the first time. Sets the tone, and I don't think you understand how important that is because it allows us to not have to police negative behavior, to just feed on each other. So let's just keep this going and just remember who we are and we're family. We just like for each other.
That's it.
But I think I mean you learned that it's government. Yeah. Was that the first time you heard it, Zero? That was too funny. But yeah, that was good. But with that, I think let's keep moving.
Keep on going.
Get some tickets. Join us. Don't get tickets. Come in.
Come in to do that. If you want to nerd out and or get a little tipsy, or both, that will happen tonight.
That will happen. We are out. Love you. Appreciate you.
I will not be here next week. I will. Maybe I'll come in calling from Rome.
You leave this week?
Yeah.
Damn.
Friday on the plane. Saturday I will be in Rome.
Oh, that is so cool.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for you. I'm so excited for you to do Europe without a 2-year-old.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
You're gonna love it.
I'm gonna love it. We're gonna do like 3 days in Rome. So I get to take my beautiful Muslim wife and show her all the Christian, basically everything Jesus. So that'll be great. And then we will get on a cruise ship and bounce around Spain and Italy and Portugal, end up in London where we will Abbey Road and all that stuff. Go to Strawberry Hill, and it's just going to be Strawberry Fields. And look at Strawberry Hill is the wine that Turd Ferguson drinks today.
All the good stuff.
Boone's Farm, baby.
We out.
See ya.